Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Patricia and I hope you enjoy my content. Hello guys, just as I stated before in my previous video that I made on BeamNG Drive police chases, I will not be representing real life agencies in any capacity, but some of the cars might have real life agencies on them such as CHP, etc. By all means, I do not represent any real-life law enforcement, fire, or company in any capacity. Just letting you guys know that. So, full disclaimer, viewer discretion is advised. Local trooper Tim Allen was doing radar on a standard highway in his patrol district when he got radio reports of a stolen Alamino County Sheriff's car. He didn't think much of it since he was in the opposite direction of the county. However, this would quickly change as he would discover the stolen cruiser driving down his stretch of highway. This is the chase that pursues the incident. The stolen sheriff cruiser was running its lights and sirens along with the CHP officer in high-speed pursuit of the suspect. Speeds were at about 80 plus and climbing. There was light traffic, but the trooper was concerned about the amount of traffic and the danger that this individual could pose to the public. As speeds reached 100, he was forced to slow down. The suspect had rear-ended and then completely flipped around, hitting the officer's cruiser and continuing. This was bad as he was now heading into opposite lanes on the freeway. The trooper was forced to turn around with his best capabilities and pursue in opposite lanes, horrified of the possible civilian casualties. He attempted to pursue, but with heavy traffic, it was impossible to keep up. The officer then apprehends the suspect and arrests him. He requires medical attention after causing several NVAs. Two other civilians that were involved in the accidents also required medical attention, but were given to it immediately. Beyond this, the man was later identified as Mark Jacobs and had a history of fleeing law enforcement throughout the state of California and had stolen the cruiser when the deputy was on a routine call of a domestic disturbance at his neighbor's. The man was charged with felony evasion, hit and run times 2, possession of stolen property, and reckless driving on the interstate. Suspect would later be identified as Matt Damon, and the car would be reported stolen 20 minutes after this pursuit starts. Officer Lawson is exiting his vehicle, attempting to approach the suspect when he takes off. Oh. Officer Lawson with the CHP immediately calls in for assistance as he's in pursuit of the suspect. The suspect then rear-ends a car. At this point, Officer Olson exits his vehicle and attempts to hold the suspect at gunpoint. But the suspect does not give up even after the damages sustained from the accident and rams Officer Olson's cruiser. Officer Lawson, not near his cruiser at this time, now has to run over to his cruiser to attempt to chase the suspect. Meanwhile, a local deputy is driving down the road, not realizing that Officer Wilson is in pursuit of the suspect and sees the individual heavily damaged. Deputy Cornster is immediately attempting to pursue the suspect, who is heading in opposite lanes down a busy street. Deputy Constair calls it out, and the local CHP office states that it is a similar suspect that was in pursuit, that was fleeing highway patrol only moments ago. Deputy Constair still parallels him in opposite lanes as he enters a highway tunnel after committing to a hit and run, and still continuing even though the car is damaged to hell. Deputy Constair still follows the individual, unsure on what he can do to stop it. Deputy Constair then attempts to exit his vehicle to assist a motorist that had been hit in a head-on by the suspect. As Deputy Constair exits his vehicle, the individual is attempting to ram the suspect's vehicle. Deputy Constair draws his service weapon, knowing that civilians are in jeopardy, and attempts to hold the man at gunpoint. The following is caught from a security camera in the highway tunnel. Deputy Constair repeatedly warns the suspect to stop engaging and hitting the individual in a head-on. He refuses and continues at high rapid speed to hit the suspect. Deputy Constair's cruiser is hit in the engagement and knocked back. Although the suspect is not stopping his claim of damage, his tires are burnt out from being locked up in the heavy damage on his vehicle. Eventually, Deputy Constair warns him to stop once again. He eventually complies and exits the vehicle without incident. Deputy Constair brings him into custody. The man is charged with reckless driving, hit and run ×2, and aggravated assault, along with assault with a deadly weapon ×3.